What's poppin', T-Squad? Hey, this video is going to be completely different from what we usually do, so if you're just here for the family vlogs, maybe skip this one and come back for tomorrow's vlog. But this video is more so for like our aspiring YouTubers that watch us. We see all the time comments, like people asking us how we got to where we're at, or just asking us little tips and tricks. So we wanted to make this video now that we surpassed 500K. For you guys, whoever's an aspiring YouTuber, and even any other hustle or any other initiative you're going after, it would be pretty relevant, I think. So without further ado, we're gonna talk about how we got to where we're at on YouTube.
All right, so point number one is...
just do it. Like no literally, excuses. Like Nike says, just start.
Yeah, no excuses. Like a lot of the time people are like, okay, I don't have this, I don't have that. But when we started, honestly, like, we did use our last money to get a camera, but you don't have to go and buy a camera. Nowadays, cell phone cameras are good enough that you can use your cell phone and you can edit on iMovie on your cell phone as well. So there's a lot of different ways to get started. The bottom line is stop making excuses and just start. The longer you take the start, the longer it's gonna take you to get to every other point that you wanna get at.
Yeah, there's basically no such thing as the perfect time to start. There's always gonna be some obstacle, there's always gonna be some excuse you might have. Screw it and just start, just do it. There's no better time than right now. The second point is to basically like push through the weird feeling at the start. What I mean by that is it's not gonna feel natural when you first start holding the camera, when you first start recording. Like anything else, it takes time. So you have to push past that weird feeling where you just don't feel comfortable, and you will get better at it and you will start to be natural. And that's when you start to really have some growth. You know what I mean? Yeah,
like when you get more comfortable with it, like it shows as well. So if you're nervous, obviously it's gonna be like a little bit obvious, but the point is that like you're trying. And the more you do it, the more you're gonna get used to it and the more it's gonna flow naturally to you.
Exactly. All right, so our next point, T-Squad, is to find ways to stay creative, to push the limits, to do something different. For example, forcing yourself to get up and do fun stuff if you're vlogging. I mean, there is beauty in doing the everyday routine and showing your everyday life, but get out there and do something different, have fun with it.
Like he said, just like with vlogging, it can get very repetitive. A lot of the time we're at home or we're only out for about half an hour, but like you document that, and also not to drag on things that are not fun or, you know, relevant, because if you don't think you would watch it, what makes you think that someone else is going to want to sit there and watch it too? So whatever the fun stuff is, capture it, make sure that you put it in the vlog, and just, you know, have energy and just just be fun. Just be fun with it when you can.
Another thing on this point is like finding ways to keep it creative. So for example, you start to make a little bit of money off of it, or, you know, maybe get a drone or a GoPro so you can start getting like, you know, aerial images, or you can start getting underwater footage. Or even if you're not vlogging, if you're doing something else, like just find ways to stay creative. It's also super important to find inspiration. For example, watching your favorite YouTubers, someone who's in your field or your category. You know, just watch them and take little things from different YouTubers. Not to necessarily say you're gonna like take their style or steal it, but there's nothing wrong with taking little strengths from different people and putting your own style on it and incorporating that into your own videos. Yeah,
like a lot of the time, like when we do challenges, people think that like other people created it, but someone had to create it for someone to make it a challenge. And the point is like, you know, you put your own spin on it, or you guys have your own style different from whoever else. So that's what makes it kind of fun too. So yeah.
That's true. You might not know like what your niche is when you first start, but that'll come with time. As we continue to make videos, we start to realize like what our format was, what our niche was, who our audience was. You don't have to know that right off the bat. So when you stay consistent and you keep doing these things, you're gonna start to know your business and know yourself and know what type of videos you're gonna be making. All right, so next guys, and this is probably the most important point, or one of the most important ones, is to believe, keep the faith, because it takes a while before it really starts to pop. That's not necessarily the same for anyone. Like there's no set formula to succeed on YouTube right off the bat, otherwise we wouldn't be making this video. But what I'm trying to say is that even if you're not having success at first, you have to keep going if you really want it.
For those that have been here from the beginning, a lot of you guys know that most of our videos were made on my lunch break. He used to get the camera ready, pick me up from work, bring me home on my lunch break. We would record a challenge within an hour and then drive me back to work, and then he would go to work. So you really just gotta find, like, even if you have a job right now, just find your time to squeeze it in wherever you can, and trust me, like those little hours that you put in are gonna pay off tremendously, because we're living proof of it. I had a job, he had a job, and you know, while we were maintaining our jobs, we just trying to find, you know, a couple days out of the week to record videos and put it up on YouTube. And you know, like, it definitely paid off for us, so you guys can do it too.
Trust me, and even for us, like, it didn't happen overnight at all. Like, there was several months, I want to say at least 4, maybe even close to 5 months, where we hardly made a single penny, but we never lost the faith. We kept going, we kept grinding, and as you can see now, we're living proof that that faith and the consistency paid off. So
another quick thing I want to talk about, a lot of people ask what kind of cameras we use, what do we edit with. We usually stick to Canon cameras. There's a lot of different Canon cameras you can get. The first camera that we got was a Canon G7X. It's a point and shoot camera. And we've been editing with Final Cut Pro. And at first, we didn't even know how to edit. We had to Google, like, how do we cut? How do we, like, drag the files in? Like, there's a lot of different things, but just, you know, look up whatever you need to look up to make sure that you know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So,
but at the same time, don't let not having certain equipment stop you. If you need to, you know, start with something more simple and build up to that
then
while you're saving or until you get your first decent YouTube check, then that's fine. Don't let that stop you from starting. So the last point, guys, this is huge. This is like, you think this is the biggest one? I said that before, but I think this is the biggest one.
Yeah.
The biggest one, guys, it sounds so corny and so cliche, but it's so true. You have to have fun with it. You have to have energy. It'll show completely through the lens. If you're forcing yourself, I mean, there's nothing wrong with forcing yourself at the start, but if you're not having fun with it, no one's gonna be entertained. You know, you can tell when someone's...
You have to be a little bit extra sometimes, but like, if you're having fun in the moment anyways, like, what's wrong with that? Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Real talk.
Sometimes when I'm like, woo, woo, like, you know, like, just have fun, you know?
As you get more comfortable.
Let your personality show. Yeah, when you're comfortable, you know, just let your personality show and just...
100%. Don't hold back. Let your crazy side out. Be you. Don't care about any judgment that comes on you. That's a whole nother topic we could talk about. There's gonna be people who judge and who hate as you get bigger, but don't let that stop you. They just want to do it themselves, or they can't relate to someone who's putting themselves out there to the fullest extent that we as YouTubers do. For us, having fun and being optimistic has been everything. All right, guys, so that is gonna wrap up our little how to be successful on YouTube video. These are just the points that have worked for us. So hopefully some of you that are aspiring to do YouTube or to do anything similar as an entrepreneur, hopefully this helps. Next up, we're going for that 1 million T-Squad.
Going for that 1 million. It's coming soon. Like, we need to get this million, you guys. I don't care what we have to do. If we have to share it with your whole family, whatever it is, we're gonna get there, and there ain't no stopping us.
Yo, you just reminded me of something. Keisha just saying that just now made me remember actually a very crucial thing as well. Set big goals for yourself. From when we started, because that'll help you visualize. When we started, we're getting 100,000. We didn't think about anything else. Every day we're like 100K, 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 and
even when we hit 100, we celebrated, like, you know, like, every milestone. If it's important to you, make sure that you keep that as your bullseye. You know what I mean? Like, just focus on that. When you start 100 subscribers by 3 months from now or 2 months from now, whatever you need to do, keep that motivation and just keep your eye on the prize, because it's coming.
And visualize it happening. Believe it's gonna happen. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will be back tomorrow with another vlog. So that's what's up. An actual vlog tomorrow. So
an actual vlog.
An actual vlog.
What else would it be?
Like, this is like a sit down. This is
true. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, we love you. We'll see y'all tomorrow, T Squad. We out.